going to switch gears a little bit today and talk about security. I'm going to do one part for security today. I'd like to do two parts, but I'm going to do the one part that I think is most essential because it's easy to do, it's very inexpensive, and it has results. Probably most of you have not seen, or let me ask this, who has seen the little article I put up about the man I caught on my porch? Wow, good.
Is this the one on camera?
The one on camera. Want to see the camera? Amazon.com. This is a FOSCAM. This has color, 640 by 480. The pictures you saw online were half resolution. Now any future things I will get will be twice as just the setting, twice that resolution. It does movies. It has night vision, and it's very good night vision. It has a built-in motion detector and an option for sound. $54. This works wirelessly or Ethernet. So, first off, you bring it out of the box. The instructions are twofold. Here's the tricky part. The instructions are not accurate. Alright, so you can bring this out of the box. They give you this cheap little, but it works, cheap little Ethernet roll-up. You plug it into this, you plug it into your router, you log on to your router, usually 192.168.1.1. Go into your router, you go through and you assign it an IP address or DHCP, whatever you want, and the next thing you know, it's up and running. That's simple. You could be up and running within 5 minutes. Now, that's wired. What if you want to make it wireless? Here's the tricky part. Directions are wrong. What's the easy part? Go to YouTube, type it in, and it gives you the proper directions. It takes you 5 minutes. Once you have this...
Stop the signal.
What's that?
I apologize.
That's fine. Really, right now, ask any questions, because I think this is one of the most important things we all can do right now. And as I was shown, we got people walking around our house who had no idea.
Is that PoE when you plug it in over Ethernet?
Okay, no. PoE means powered over Ethernet. You can get these PoE. You can get, these are internal. You can get external. I think they're about $86 if I'm not mistaken, but the prices are coming down. External obviously is more weatherproof, more robust. These are by default. I don't need PoE for my application. That's what I will be talking about. But you can buy PoE. You can buy multiple different manufacturers of these, and that's one of the problems. Which one do you buy? We went through, we did testing, we read the reviews, we sent some back, we ended up settling on these. One of the problems with reviews, I went and looked, and there was one camera everybody said this is great, and it had an equal number of 5s and an equal number of 1s. Look at the 5, this is the greatest thing on earth. And I'm going, okay, I'm going to get it. And I go, why are there all these 1s? I start reading the 1s.
Figure out how to use it.
No. It was not a good unit. All right? So why were there all the 5s? The manufacturer was stuffing their comments. I wouldn't have thought.
They've been doing that for years. They do it for cameras and everything. And they'll rally up troops, friends and whatnot. Hey, you need to go into Amazon on your account and give a good review, even though you don't even own it.
And also give bad reviews for the competitor.
Correct.
So they give good reviews if you work for the company. If you work for the company, give bad reviews for your competitors.
Correct.
So this is a FOSCAM, wireless IP, model FI8909W. As I said, the last price we saw was $54. Isaac?
Israel. Close enough.
Yeah.
How wireless or Ethernet, how does it capture? Is there an SD card on that unit, or do you have some sort of server or storage like some other device that it is capturing the images or video too?
The question is, how does it store information? This does not. This is basically a camera that sends information back to a computer. So it doesn't, all right, so the proper architecture is these are hooked up to a router that then a computer is hooked up to the same router, which keeps the information.
Okay. So it comes with software that you would put on the computer that it would read that?
It does, but I'm going to go over that.
I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. It does come with software. If you just want one or two, you're fine. Not an issue at all. Let me give you a scenario. Say you have a bug out location, and you're fortunate enough that instead of having the need to have 4 different access points to monitor, you have 3. Say you have a big wall behind you, whatever. But you have to man these access points 24/7. All right, that means you have to have three shifts. Each person you have to feed, and let's go really low, $1 a meal. That means $9 a day for each location times 3 is $27. 2 days is paid for. Trust issues gone. Obviously you want a tribe, you want a good solid tribe. You can't get a better deal than this. 6 days, you've got 3 cameras 24/7. How do you monitor them? It comes with software. The software is effective. We don't use it. There's software called Blue Iris. Blue, I-R-I-S. I have this actually on my site too, but it's Blue Iris. You can download it and then authorize it from the internet with a key, $50. You can buy it from Amazon, I think, for $47. We use that because it's just too good. We go there, we add the camera. All of my cameras right now are wireless. They don't have to be, but they are. And that means if I have, like I just redid some at my house. I just went, unplugged it, moved to another location, plugged it in, refresh, I'm up and running. Done. Okay, what does Blue Iris do? What's that?
We lost you for a second.
Is it on?
It's back.
Okay. Fingers. Okay. All right, so what does Blue Iris do? You set it up and you can add up to 56 cameras, 63 cameras? I think it's 63 cameras on one station. And you can just go, you have the little thumbnails, you just go cycle through each camera, say here you go, here you go, here you go. Well, let's say you have 16 cameras. Let's say you have 12 cameras up. And you have multiple monitors. Monitors are cheap now. You only have one location, even if it's spread out, which would have been part 2, we had time, where you could actually implement a Wi-Fi bubble over a larger geographic area and monitor all these cameras from one central location. So, what do? How many people here have heard, well, I got to bring my mother and father in. They can't do anything, but we have to take care of them. Who's going to say no? You can have someone, as long as they're mentally competent, they can just sit and watch it. If it's only 2-3 hours and they change the shifts, they can watch your entire area. $54. Question?
What's the range of those wirelessly?
The range of these, if they're wireless, would be the range of your Wi-Fi bubble. All right? So the range of your Wi-Fi bubble, if you want to know, take your laptop. Well, you can go because you'll go and you'll see that you lose the picture. All right? How do you increase the range of your Wi-Fi bubble? On a router, if you buy routers, I recommend buying routers with external antennas instead of the internal antennas. Because all you've got to do you unscrew the antenna and you screw in a directional antenna like a Yagi. And we've increased for a really cheap installation or fast, we put a Yagi antenna on a regular router, and instead of just being, say, a house, it went 100 yards. How much is a Yagi antenna? Anybody know?
About $40.
$18 for these. All right. Now, what if you want to go and do a larger Wi-Fi bubble? You can get these on Amazon too. I don't recommend that. I mean, they work. It depends on your architecture, which we're going to go over as soon as I get done Blue Iris. So you have Blue Iris software. What does that do? It's probably the most cost-effective software I've seen, period. Okay? So after we had our incident, I have it set up right now for each camera, which has a built-in motion detector. If the motion detector is tripped, it takes 2 pictures, emails me those pictures immediately, takes a video, and stores it. If it came up on Thursday, what do you do? If it hits the fan, it's the middle of the night, somebody's knocking on your door, what do you do? Well, first off, they shouldn't be knocking on your door at the middle of the night like that, obviously. How did they get to that point? Because really, you want to set up a perimeter outside. So here's a case where you can identify your egress points into your area and put cameras there. You're in a Wi-Fi bubble. You direct the Wi-Fi bubble. You're the one that controls it.